Hey guys, it's Milka. Welcome back to my channel, NutAeum. I've got a little bit more of a simple video for you guys today. So the message is going to be more so, what are you currently not seeing? And I'm not talking about spoiling some kind of surprises that the universe has for you. It's more so, what are you like missing, you know? Sometimes we can be going through a rut, or we can get distracted by life, and it can be a little harder to tune into our inner guidance or what our guides are trying to say to us. So yeah, this video is mainly about that. So before we dive in, I did want to let you guys know my shameless self-plug, right, that I do every video. But I do make custom crystal bracelets. I'm currently wearing 2 of them right now. Each one is catered to the energy of the individual that they're made for. They also, they're also customly made to assist you with, I can speak, sorry guys, I'm a little like, what's frazzled today, so there may be a lot of like oohs, like that, because I've got a lot going on at the moment, and it's gonna be hard to fit this video into the time frame that it's supposed to fit into, but I'm gonna make it work. But yeah, so the bracelets are wow, there is again the brain fog, I'm sorry. Basically, I make custom crystal bracelets. They're charged with Reiki, light language, as well as attuned to the energy of the people that they're meant to be made for. And they help to overcome obstacles, or help to start moving past certain emotional blocks or trauma, or to help bring in the things that you want into your life based off of what your request is. I also custom pick the crystals and all of that. So yes, also if you guys are interested in a personal reading, or the crystal bracelets, you can reach out to me through the email or through the contacts page on my website in the description box below. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get into your reading. So the group selections that we have today, for group 1, we have this honey calcite. Look how beautiful and gemmy it is. I got this at the holiday market. I don't know if you can actually see it. I was trying to get it close for you, but yeah, there you go. I got it at the holiday market because right now it's around like, well, you know, Christmas is coming up soon, so there's a big holiday market, and throughout the city there's a few of them. But yeah, group 2 is this rainbow fluorite in the raw form. Look how beautiful it is. I actually got this from the same boutique at the holiday market. Group 3, actually, this is ironic. Okay, all of these stones are from the holiday market. So group 3 is this kunzite. Look how beautiful it is. I decided to go with raw stones that aren't tumbled today. We're keeping it real, you guys. Keeping it authentic. No, I'm kidding. And then we have green tourmaline. Hopefully it's focusing. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's focusing or not. I can't really see the camera, but there you go. So these are your options, you guys. I'm going to give you a moment to choose, and then we'll get right into your reading. Hey group 1, this is your group if you chose this beautiful honey calcite. And I don't know if you can see it. That's just gonna be me throughout the video. I'm still getting adjusted to my new tripod, so I'm working on like how close to bring things, what the new Zoom is like, but look how gorgeous it is. Oh, I love it so much. And we're gonna reveal your card. Actually, let's do it now, I guess. I was gonna reveal it at the end, but we have the, this is the, excuse me. This is the, wow. Remember I mentioned that like brain fog and, is this waxing or waning? This is the waning gibbous. Okay. The waning gibbous. So we'll place your card right here for now. And let's get right into your reading. What is it that you guys aren't seeing? So we have the Hierophant, the Six of Wands, the King of Swords, ooh, the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Wands. Wow, you guys have a lot of wands. The Ace of Swords. Then we have the King of Cups, the Strength card, Son of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. You have the Four of Cups, and the Beaver, which actually, let's do it like this so I don't get them confused. Okay, we also have oracle cards, but let's start with, I mean, this one is an oracle, but we'll start with the tarot. Okay, so what is it that you guys aren't seeing? I feel like the thing that you guys aren't seeing is, honestly, it feels more like victory. I feel like you guys are discrediting your victories, you know, like your little successes, how far you've come. It seems like you guys are getting so much support. I even feel like you guys are getting support from like your mother, your father, you know, whereas maybe you may not have had it before. Like, I just feel like the people in your family or maybe in your close friend group that weren't 100% on board with you before or tried to speak logically or rationally because they care about you. I feel like even now, like they're now coming around, you know, and they have been for the last couple of months. They've been coming around. They're not against it anymore. They're supporting you, you know, they're excited for your success. But it does seem like, and your progress, right? Your success and your progress, they're excited for you. Like, I feel like maybe one of you guys or a couple of you were thinking of studying abroad, right? And at first, like, people were opposed that. But as you started showing them, like, no, I'm going to make the money to study abroad. I'm going to do everything that I have to make sure everything is taken care of there. You're showing them, oh, actually, you know what? Group one is responsible, so I think that they can handle going away, and they're going to be doing it regardless of what I say. So like now the people are getting excited for you, you know? And that's just one scenario. Another one could be like work-wise. Maybe you have an unconventional job, or you decided to pursue a creative endeavor, and like you were like, well, I'm going to keep doing it regardless, you know? It's almost like you were going against the grain. You were going upstream. As opposed to flowing with the water, which the water was directing you in a path you didn't want to be in, right? And that's what they were doing. And now that you started having like success, or now that you were consistent with whatever it is that you were doing, these people have started coming around and are actually coming to a place where they support you. But I feel like even now you're starting to be like, I just feel like you guys kind of have a little bit of a hurt child response, you know? Where it kind of goes into feeling like you're doing things alone or you're not being supported just because you're used to it, because that's how you handled it. And that's the things that they said to you before and the actions that they took were showing as if you did have to do everything alone and you had no support. But I feel like now that you have the support, you're a little bit stuck in that pattern. So you're not really seeing how supported you are, that the people in your life really are there for you. They're not trying to come after you. They're not trying to hurt you. and they're not even trying to give you helpful advice that's overly practical, that is along the lines of stop doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? They may try to give you advice here and there. Just listen to them. It's okay to re-establish a relationship to make it healthier now that they're starting to see like that they were wrong and that you're proving them wrong. So I feel like that's one of the things that you guys aren't seeing. It just seems like you're not seeing the people around you, that you're so used to not being on your side or not having the same opinion as you. Like they're starting to come around, and there's less conflict, you know. But I feel like you're a little quick to defend yourself because you're expecting them to say something. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things that you guys aren't seeing. Yeah, and let's see what else we've got here. I'm also just gonna get right into the oracle cards too. I feel like with the tarot, one of the things that you guys aren't seeing as well is I think your progress. I feel like you guys are getting a little anxious, you know, because of whatever it is that you're doing. Like you're putting in more energy, more effort. Just know this is something that you're supposed to be doing. It's meant to happen for you, okay? So don't worry too much about the little details when a minor thing comes up or something here or there. You have support. You've got the support of the people in your life who are coming around. Like I really feel like for some of you guys, it is something to do with like school or career, and you could be, you know, like your parents supporting you. Like that's what it feels like for a lot of you. Like it has to do with parents, I think. And I think that for you guys it's actually healing, but you've got to do the internal healing, right? To be able to accept this, because you're still responding to them as if they're denying you constantly or they're rejecting you. And with the stuff that I said, you guys have a lot going on at the moment, like, and you're planning so much that it seems hard to like, I feel like you feel like you're a lot more busier than you actually have to be, you know? It's one step at a time. That makes progress. And yes, you have deadlines. I get that. But the universe is saying like, this is your time, right? It's your time. You're supposed to be, this is all in alignment. You're supposed to have success. That's not going to be without any downfalls or without any mishaps or bumps in the road. Of course not. But it's going to be smoother than what most people experience. And yeah, so I just feel like that's something that they're saying. Like, notice what the people around you are saying now and see how they actually are coming around to be supportive of you. Okay, then we have third eye activation. It's so funny because I just said notice, right? Notice is all about, it's like seeing. Third eye is also part of the sight. Then we have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Also, the third eye activation on the bottom says brown chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. Oh my gosh, it's literally in there. That's funny. Then we have dance, do something to shift your vibration. We also have, I do not know how to pronounce this, the number 32, Mertziger, righteousness. Yeah, I feel like this goes in with your self-defense, to be honest with you. And then these are some advice cards, which we'll get into after. Okay, guys, I feel like another thing that they're like, it's literally just reaffirming what we were saying. What you're not seeing is, and it's funny, they're like, what you're not seeing is that you're not seeing. With the third eye activation, I think that's kind of funny. But yeah, I feel like they're asking you to be on a bit more of a positive mindset, positive outlook, because right now you're a little too quick to defend yourself, because again, you're expecting people to come for you. So they're saying like, try to not come for you, but you know, to reject what you have to say. Like, you're so used to having to defend your opinion, your thoughts, that it's your initial instinct to be like, oh, I have to defend myself, or I have this incredible idea, I have to share it with these people because on some level they're going to find out anyway. oh, I have to prepare myself now to expect to defend myself and all of this stuff. And it's like you create this whole argument in your head with them, you know, like as preparation and everything. But you don't have to be doing that anymore. I think you're going to continue to be surprised that their responses are a lot more tame and calm. So I feel like that, and they're also asking you, like your guides, they're saying like, just know the planning that you're doing, get excited about your planning, right? I know the planning is stressful, but you're not going to be able to do everything all at once. So get excited about the planning. Start doing little things at a time. Allow the planning to get you excited about what it is that you're doing. And then have days where you just completely stop thinking about it and you do something for you. Like maybe once a week. And if that's too frequent for you guys, then once every 2 weeks. But don't wait longer than 2 weeks, okay? Have a day where you're just going out, where you're just having fun, where you're not planning or doing things for this project or endeavor or next phase, okay? And then let's look into more advice. So we have discover, rebirth, words of love. Interesting. Where do I put you? I'll put you, can you see that in the camera? I think so. Assertiveness, and slow down. Interesting. Yeah, remember I was saying like you're not going to be able to get it all done at once. So allow yourself to calm down a bit. Take it one step at a time. With words of love, I feel like this is again talking on feeling other people's support and realizing that you do have it. So yeah, it says speak with thy heart. Oh, sorry, with your heart. I don't know why I went Shakespearean there. And then with, so that's agapanthus. Not sure how to pronounce it. Then we have stock, and the message here was the pace must abate before it's too late. And with sunflower, you have rise up, stand stronger and true. Yeah, so I feel like just continue to do you guys and start noticing that there is a little bit more support in your life than you expected. Okay? I'm not saying it's everyone, but I just feel like some key players, again, not all of them, but some of the key players in your life, they're a lot more open to the idea now than they were before. Okay? So don't feel like you have to be fighting against the current the whole time, because that's not the case, especially when the universe is on your side trying to make this happen, because it's something that you're meant to be doing. Okay? So you don't have to feel like you're racing to get there, because you're not fighting against anything right now. All right, guys? And let me just do the dice roll as a final message. Voila! So we have 12, Gemini, 11, which is justice, but to me it's looking like the high priestess, and we have the moon. Yeah, so I feel like right now with all of this Pisces energy, because look, like this makes me think of the Roman numeral 2. This is like a Roman numeral 2. 12 is Pisces, then you have the moon. Which in this, you see you've got the moon here. So I just feel, and they all kind of fell around the high priestess card. So I think that's interesting. I feel like right now they're saying, like, as a final message, continue trusting your inner guidance, and you know, like, you don't have to have any insecurities or doubts. I feel like you're really on point with a lot of things. You know what it is. Don't be swayed by others' opinions or the opinions that you have projected for them to have, just based off of your past experience. Okay, guys? All right, group 1, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm wishing you lots of love and light. I know this one was a lot quicker, which honestly, thank goodness, because your girl procrastinated a little, and now I don't really have much time to film this reading, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm wishing you lots of love and light. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Are you guys traveling or planning to move somewhere or going to like study abroad? Is it a creative project? Was it apparent that you were feeling like rejected your ideas and your way of being for so long that it's hard now to see that they're not exactly in the same stance as before? Let's talk in the comments, guys, okay? And yeah, and like I mentioned before, if you guys are interested in a personal reading or a private crystal bracelet, you can reach out to my email or through the contacts page on my website in the description box below. And yeah, if you guys like this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe to this channel as well, because I've got more stuff planned, and I'm excited to keep doing these readings for you guys. So enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, group 1. Hey, group 2, welcome to your reading. This is your group if you chose this beautiful rainbow fluorite. Look how gorgeous it is. I've never really seen a raw rainbow fluorite with such a clean like cut between colors, but maybe I just don't have as much experience with rainbow fluorite in the raw form. But yeah, group 2, let's get right into your reading. I just finished shuffling. Let's also reveal your card here. You have spring. This is the end of spring. Okay. We'll start out with tarot and one oracle card, and then we'll get into the other oracle cards. So we have the 10 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, interesting, 9 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords. This is the 6 of Wands, the Hermit. I don't know if you guys saw it, the Hermit. And oh wow, you guys got the same, you guys have a little bit of similar cards to group 1. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys, and we'll see what it is that you are not seeing. So okay, just one more moment, guys. I feel like you guys are experiencing like an inner battle with it, like, well, obviously an inner battle within yourself. Yes, I would assume that's how inner battles work. But I just feel like you guys are going through something internally right now, where there's a lot of conflict, and you're contradicting yourself, and you're trying to do things that that maybe you've like, I just feel like you guys started creating patterns, or you started creating new patterns, and then you started falling off track and allowing yourself to fall back into old patterns. And I feel like you guys are really on top of yourselves because of that. And I'm just seeing like a lot of like beating yourself up. And then other days being grateful. You know, it's like you have two sides going on. There's the side of you that you're healing and you're putting to an end from the past, that does like the self-sabotage and goes back into old patterns out of habit. And then there's the part of you where you've created all these positive things, and because of that you're getting like support, you're a lot of good things are happening for you. Like, I think you keep thinking because you're contradicting all the progress all the progress that you've made, right? Like, not really, but I think that's how it feels. Like, you're like, oh, I made so much progress, and I lost 15 pounds, and now I've gained 5 pounds. I'm going back on the same thing. Or you know, I started meditating every day. I did it for 3 months, and now I'm not meditating at all. Or like along the lines of, I was eating really clean for like 3 months, and now I've fallen off track with my diet, or like my healthy lifestyle thing, and for the last 3 weeks I've just been eating junk food and this and that, and now my health, my blood work, my health is going to be showing this, this is going to be showing this, you know. So I feel like you guys are kind of going into a little bit of a spiral with all of this mental energy going on here, which I think, oh, you know what's funny? You guys chose the only stone that has this dual color, right? You've got like it's a split, right? With equal parts of the purple, equal parts of this like green, bluish green. So I just think it's interesting, right? Because this is perfectly describing the split here, the split between this negative mindset and like this new lifestyle that you've created for yourself, and mindset and all of that. And rainbow fluorite is a stone that people say is good for like meditation and calming the mind and all of that. So very interesting. It is also a very intuitive stone. But yeah, so I feel like that's what's currently going on with you. And I know it's about what you're not seeing clearly, but I feel like that's what they're saying. They're saying like you're still in the process of breaking old patterns. So yes, you keep making mistakes. Yes, you told yourself, I'm going to realign myself tomorrow, and then you didn't do it again. Like, but that's okay. That's part of life. Life is not super clean. Life is not super planned out all the time. Like, you can't plan for everything in life, you know? So it's okay. Like, I feel like that's the message they're trying to say. Like, you're still healing. You're changing a mindset that took years to establish. You're changing a lifestyle that took years to establish. Do you guys really think it would be as simple? You know, like, I get that there's a high standard for yourself, right? You guys have a higher standard for yourself in regards to what you allow yourself to do. You know what I mean? You expect more from yourself. That's what I mean by higher standard. Like, you expect the most from yourself. And you're putting so much pressure on you. And what you're really doing, like, okay, yeah, you ate bad for 3 weeks. It's not like, maybe it may affect your blood work just a little bit, but that doesn't mean that you can't go on and fix it again. And don't think, oh, but it took 6 months to fix it, and now it's going back and it'll take another 6 months. Like, no, don't think about it that way. It's not about the short-term goals when it comes to this, right? It's long-term. So if you're thinking about like, oh, it's going to take 6 months to get myself back on track, so what's the point, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's okay. So get yourself back on track and take it one day at a time. Take everything one day at a time. You don't have to, I think you guys overwhelm yourselves when you think of how long it's going to take to accomplish whatever it is that you're going for, to get yourself out of this place and back into the healthier place, like how long it'll take to be in that better place that like you guys had been working on for some time. You don't have to be aiming for the same result. Just aim to be doing good by yourself for today, right? Just one day at a time. If you think about it too long term, it can be overwhelming, and it holds you back from taking action and keeps you stuck in this pattern, you know? Say, for example, if it is like diet related, then instead of like you were eating super clean and now you started eating junk a lot. Okay, so instead of thinking, oh, I have to cut out all of the junk food again, and because you've given yourself a taste, so of course you're going to want some still, right? Like, some of us have certain associations and memories with that. So instead, have 3 healthy meals and then 1 junk meal, right? So you're still getting yourself back on track, but you're giving yourself that balance of indulging in something that you kind of know is not good for you, but you're having a hard time stopping. So it's like cutting back, you know? So have your 3 healthy meals so you won't feel as guilty about the one unhealthy one. And I know I keep talking about like diet related stuff, or like, when I say diet, I don't mean like losing weight. I just mean like food, you know. But I just can't think of any other examples at the moment, but like apply to self, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's what what you're currently not seeing is kind of like a bit of advice right away off the bat. It's like you guys have made progress. So stop worrying about how much you've ruined your progress, and just start looking at the progress and start moving forward from today. You know, don't plan for tomorrow. Start from today. Okay, if you already had junk and you are about to have dinner, well, now you can have a healthy dinner. And then tomorrow have a healthy breakfast, a healthy lunch, and then a slightly indulgent dinner, you know? And then you can narrow it down to having an indulgent dinner every couple of days, maybe once or twice a week, so that you still are able to satisfy those cravings, right? And without going into a panic and without working yourself up. And then slowly start getting yourself back on track. You didn't lose all of your progress, you guys. I think that's what they're saying. I think that's one of the things that you're not seeing, is like you have not negated all of your progress, okay? All right, next we've got Halls of Amenti Initiation, Secrets Revealed, Treasures Uncovered, Initiations. We also have Dance, Do Something to Shift Your Vibration. Inner Temple, Devotion, Tune into the portal of your heart. Star Mother, How can you mother yourself? That's a good one. How can you mother yourself? Yeah, because you guys are going on to attack mode with yourselves. And that's not productive. That's not helpful, you know? Then you have 36, Nefertum, Completeness. And then these are advice cards we'll get into soon. So I feel like even here, right, what they're saying you're not seeing and all of this stuff, and I feel like they already started with the advice here, to be honest with you. I feel like they're going into like, take it from a higher perspective, right? Instead of just, because I feel like you guys fell into a little bit of a pattern of being in your head in first person, you know? So pull yourself out into a third person perspective and see like a bird's eye view, right? And see like, oh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. I, group 2, have fallen a little off track into this little downward, like not down, but into this spiral, you know? And then you can adjust yourself. I just feel like, you guys, there's a need for you to be more gentle with yourself, right? Because like I was saying, there's too much harshness. You're putting so much pressure on you, and it's like you've made so much progress. Enjoy that. Love that, you know? So, and remember I was saying it's like you've got these two, like your new found like habits and things that you've created in mindset is kind of still combating this old one that you're leaving behind. It's like yin and yang, right? So yes, there's this conflict, but when you step into third person, you see the whole picture, right? You see where you can minimize on this and increase this. You see where this can even be helpful, why this exists in the first place, so that you can embody the one that you want more, you know? Just be gentle with yourself. I feel like you guys could use a break from all of this mental energy, you know? So instead of overthinking, instead of putting so much pressure on yourself, just enjoy yourself. Have a day, relax, okay? Do something that brings you joy. Have a creative outlet like painting, writing, journaling, something that brings you joy, that feels relaxing, right? But is also creative at the same time. For you guys, I feel like it's not about content consumption. It's more so about creation as a form of relaxation and tuning back into yourself. right? And with this star mother, how can you mother yourself? Again, I'm like thinking of that nurturing, like that example of what I said, right? Instead of being like, I can't believe I ate the steak again, or I ate deep fried things again and had cola and this and yada 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 yada. You know, instead of doing that, which isn't helping anyone, right? What you can, it's not even considered self it's not even considered introspection, you know, it's just self-criticism. So instead of doing that, you say, okay, that's okay. I'll have the healthy meals for breakfast and lunch. And if I want something unhealthier for dinner, I'll have that. Right? It's like finding that compromise. Compromise is also nurturing yourself. You know what I mean? Because yes, the thing that you maybe want is not the healthiest thing for you. But if you find a compromise with this aspect of you that started this negative habit, right? Because usually those things come from a place of hurt or neglect, right? And so we turn inward and create these negative patterns. So just realize that this negative pattern is coming from a hurt part of you. And you continuing to hurt yourself because of it and like being so cruel to that part of you is only perpetuating the problem, right? Or the situation. So instead, find your compromise, because that is like you bringing into balance these two, all the positive things that you've done and still this other thing, saying like, hey, I know that you're here for a reason, though I don't agree with everything that you're acting out on. I'm going to make sure that you feel like you're not starving too, you know? Because just as much as there is a light to us, there is also a shadow, and both are necessary. Both are necessary. You're not in the wrong for having a moment where you go into the dark side again. That's part of life. It's always going to be a balancing act. You know, so I feel like the yin-yang symbol is going to be very, it's kind of like the prominent thing in your reading, I feel like, because it really is about balance for you guys. It's very much about balance. And then the advice that we have for you is power, loyalty, and we have Tiger Lily with security. Choose the safe harbor for now. Wow, that's powerful. A gardenia with awareness. Wake up, roll the clouds away, and look. Yeah, that's that third eye perspective, right? That's that third eye perspective. What am I saying? That's the third person perspective. And then we have Jonquil, power. Take hold of what you know is yours. Can you see that? I think you can. Okay. Oh, so you have power twice. Interesting. I feel like this also has to, yeah, you see all of this insecurity and power and awareness, this inner conflict that you guys had going on. I feel like you guys, remember I was saying it's like you got caught in the first person perspective. So you got caught in the turmoil of this past stuff, and you're living in it. And so with the awareness, it's almost like now, because really what we're talking about is what you're not seeing, right? So you got caught up in it, which happens, right? And so now it's kind of like, whoa, you can take a pull back a little bit, take a step out of this so that you can get a more, like a wider range grasp of what's truly happening, right? A more well-rounded grasp. Realize, and this is exactly what we talked about here, right? With this is coming from a place of not feeling secure, of some kind of hurt, of some kind of trauma, of some kind of neglect, right? So you only isolating and shunning yourself, right, and disciplining yourself for doing this is just reinforcing this. And with power, it's like, what are you giving power to? Are you giving power to the hurt side, or are you giving power to the light, to the new things that you've created? Because it's not like all of this has just gone away. You've really created progress here. And as you're shifting into this new vibration, right, because it is like an ascension for you guys. It's like the next phase of your life, the next phase of you. As you guys are shifting more into it, this is the thing that you're working on minimizing, right? Making it a little smaller, a little quieter, by taming it, and the only way that you can tame it is through nurturing, not through scolding. Scolding is what made this happen. Okay? So I feel like with power even, it's just all about your personal power. So now let's get the dice as your final message. And loyalty, I feel like loyalty has to do with you as well. I feel like that's just the loyalty to yourself. Like, don't turn yourself into an enemy because of the stuff that you're going through right now, or the pattern that you've fallen into. You're not your enemy. You're not, just don't view yourself in a harmful light. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't make any sense, and it defeats the purpose. So we have Mercury, 4, Capricorn, and 12. The 4 is making me think of the 4th house, which is Cancer. And then we have Capricorn. Cancer and Capricorn are opposites. So I think it's interesting because we were just talking about duality here, right? The yin and yang. So we have the masculine and the feminine energy. And with Mercury and 12, 12 is an ending of a cycle. And the Mercury is making me think of your mind, your intellect. This is what's happening here, right? That harshness. So it's just reconfirming you are ending a cycle. Okay? You are ending old patterns. And because you're doing that, it's not going to be 100% easy peasy lemon squeezy. You're going to be overcoming old mindsets. And that's what's happening. You had to face it eventually, right? It's not like it would have just disappeared completely out of the blue. You had to face it eventually. And what you're doing, and I feel like I've been saying this a lot recently, is you can measure your progress by saying, oh, I've fallen off track for 3 weeks. Yeah, but in the past, you fell off track for 3 years, right? And then it was 3 months. And now it's 3 weeks, right? That's progress. It's not, oh, I've fallen off track again. No. What it is progress. You went from 3 months to from 3 years to 3 months to 3 weeks. Okay? Who knows? Maybe next time it'll be 2 weeks, then 1 week, then just a few days. Okay? So don't be too harsh with yourself, guys. You have made progress. You have grown. And this part of you is just the hurt part that is having internal turmoil in regards to, it doesn't know its place. It's like, what's happening to me? And it's asking for nurturing more than anything, as opposed to you just scolding it, which is what it's used to, right? All right, group 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would appreciate if you gave this reading I can speak. I would appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. I would also appreciate if you guys left a comment down below letting me know if this is something that resonated for you. Was this your group? Was this your pile? Was it diet associated? Is it a lifestyle choice? Is it like a mentality thing? What is it that you guys have fallen a little off track with that you guys are now recommitting to doing again? And yeah, also I've got a lot of fun videos planned for you guys. So if you'd like to stay tuned or up to date for when those things come up, I would appreciate if you subscribe to this channel. And on a final note, I'd like to also add, if you are interested in one of my custom crystal custom crystal bracelets, or a private reading, you can reach out to me through either the contacts page on my website or through my email, all of which are in the description box below. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye, group 2. Lots of love and light to you. Hi, group 3. This is your group if you chose the kunzite. Look at how beautiful this stone is. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but this stone actually has a very slight pinkish very, very light, like lilac color. Yeah, it's very beautiful. But yes, this is your group, and let's get right into it. Let's just see what your astrology card is. Ooh, you have the full moon. You guys, I feel like your group is all about completeness, completion. But let's get right into it. I just finished shuffling your cards. So we have the Empress, the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Interesting. 1 second. The Queen of Pentacles. Didn't I just say it's about completion? We have the 10 of Swords and the Fool. Wow. And you have the Empress again. Whoa, you guys. Whoa. And you have the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. And actually, let me see if I can move. I can move this further along, I guess. Yeah, you can still see that, I think. You have the 5 of Cups, the Devil, the 4 of Pentacles. Actually, I can move this down more, I think. Make way for the final card, which is Scorpion, by the way. Remember how I said I feel like your group is about completion? Can you see this card? You cannot. Wow, I didn't realize I have so much space to slide down in this video. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Crisscross. No, I'm kidding. I don't know if any of you guys know that. That's the electric slide. It is a very popular dance song. Anyway. All right, so what is it that you guys aren't seeing? Well, first of all, your greatness is one of them things. Remember I was saying I feel like your group is about completion? You guys are on a very big journey. You're on a very big journey of self-discovery and self-healing, creating boundaries, walking away from things that no longer serve you. And I feel in my heart, like I feel energy in my heart going into the pit of my, like into my gut, you know? So it's like my heart, and then it dropped to my sacral chakra. Yeah, I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of healing. You've been releasing guilt as well. And you've started to see, you've started working on your self-worth. And I feel tears in my eyes too. So I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of healing. Okay, you've been doing a lot of healing. So first of all, I feel like your guides are congratulating you. And they're saying that they're so, so, so proud of you. Yeah, now I feel in my root chakra now too. So, and it feels very uncomfortable. So I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of work in regards to your self-secure, like feeling secure within yourself, your stability, feeling safe wherever it is that you are, right? And healing past wounds and trauma from your childhood. And I even feel like you're breaking karmic patterns and cycles for your family too, and in your karma as well, just in general. You guys have come so far. You've released so much. Yes, there's still stuff to go, but you're almost at the end of the cycle. Remember, we've got the 10 of Swords and then the Fool. The end and a brand new beginning, a divine beginning, because this isn't even an ace, right? This is the Fool, the first card of the tarot. And the 10 of Swords is one of the most painful endings. So yeah, I feel like you guys are still going to keep crying. But that's the beauty of it, right? You've got to keep crying because you've got to continue releasing all of this stuff. But there's just so much beauty around you. Like, you guys are healing. I feel like maybe one of the things I'm like thinking, like, what is it that they're not seeing? But maybe that's it. Maybe it's just you don't see how much you've grown. I feel like this has been the message for the last 3 groups too. Like, it's kind of not seeing the progress that you've made. I feel like even though the messages were slightly differently delivered, I feel like overall a lot of people are, at least that are clicking on this video, are having this issue with not being able to see how far you've come. Like, I feel like you see it, but at the same time, like, I just, maybe you guys aren't seeing the finish line, because I just feel like there's so much beauty around you, not just in your like around you, like physically, like what you're seeing, which I feel like you are seeing more life more vividly, more beautifully, right? With more gratitude and kindness. But I just feel like you are beautiful. Look at this. You have a full moon. A full moon, you guys. And the Empress twice. You have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles also came up on the bottom of the deck here, right? And then underneath that, you have the Lovers. And then underneath the Lovers, it's the Ten of Cups. And on the bottom here, we have the Swan, which, look at that duality, right? We have the Magician, which comes right after the Fool, which is ironic because you've got some order going on here. You have the Queen of, oh my gosh, the Queen of Pentacles has come up 3 times, you guys. Look at this. The bottom of the deck, and then actually here. For me, the Queen of Pentacles is nurturing. It is self-nurturing. It is mothering energy. It's motherly, right? And the Empress too, you have the Empress coming up twice. Like, you guys are really taking care of yourself. And with this Scorpion here, well, all I keep thinking about is healing, okay? I feel like because you've got some heavier cards when it comes to these last 4 cards. You've got the, even the Scorpion, it's making me think of healing through this. You know what I mean? It's like the final trial as part of your healing. Like, you have to go through something painful. I'm not saying you guys are going to have a bad experience or something like that. I'm just saying, like, it's not an easy ending. It's painful, right? Like, it's a sting. The Scorpion has a sting, but there's healing. There's transformation, right? At the end of it. And I just feel like with the 5 of Cups and the Devil, it's like you guys you've come so far, but you still have this insecurity about how great you are, about accepting your personal power, how vibrant you are, how prominent you are in the world, how important you are, and how much of an impact you truly, really, really make. Like, I feel like you guys are much better at it, like, but you still have those old beliefs of like, instinctively you still go, oh, well, I don't know if it would be me, you know what I mean? This is really, but it's like, no, it would be you. Why wouldn't it be you? Like, the universe has shown you time and time again, especially as you started this journey, that you're so supported, you're so loved, and things just keep working out for you. Even if it's delayed a little bit, you still get what it is that you want. Everything that you want, that's like a true want, not like, you know what I mean? And not something like, I don't want to say unrealistic, right? But not unrealistic, but what's the word? I can't think of it. I can't think of the word, but I'm not saying everything that you want within reason, but like, say, for example, you want a $7,000 piano, right? And you're like waiting for it. Like, you want it. You've put in the request with the universe just by wanting it, right? That's how powerful you are. You don't even have to be like, universe, give this to me. Like, you just want it, right? And the universe is like, you're important. Like, I mean, everyone is important, but it's like, you have a big purpose here. So we're listening to your thoughts, like, crazy. Like, your mouth is in our ears, That's a weird way of putting it, but yeah. So, and yeah, maybe you don't get that piano that year, which is the year you really, 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 really wanted it. But like 3 years later, because it was a big order, you know what I mean? If it was a slightly smaller order, something a little bit more cheaper or whatever, then yeah, you would have gotten it sooner. But within like 3 years, oh my gosh, it's that same piano. But wait, it's on sale for $3,000. So not only did you get it, but you got it on sale, you know? Or like, for example, oh my goodness, I've always wanted this deck to be a mini, like I've always wanted a mini version of this deck, but it doesn't exist. Oh, I want it so much. Then looking for bootlegs, possibly buying a bootleg, right? And then like 3 months later, the creator comes out with a mini version of the deck and it's like, oh my gosh, I got what I wanted. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's the kind of thing that happens to you guys. You guys get what you want. So the universe has been trying to show you all along, like, we've got your back. We're here for you, right? So I feel like it's part of your healing. I feel like you guys aren't really seeing the end of the tunnel because you've just been in it for so long. You know, you're like, I'm not really sure when healing this particular part is going to be done. How long is it going to take? I don't know, but I guess I'll keep going. Like, you're still going, right? That's the most important thing, is that you still are going. But just know, right? Like, you are valuable, you are important, and you are so vibrant and so exuberant and so nurturing, and you are so loved. Like, you are so loved. And you're so powerful, right? You're so powerful. It's incredible how powerful you are. And you're not cold for taking care of yourself. You're doing the thing that is best for you. There's nothing wrong with prioritizing yourself. It's because you are important. Look, even in the Six of Pentacles, right? It's like this person is like all that. And these people, yes, they're waiting for the money, but they're also in a way like bowing to this person. Like, whoa, you have the Empress twice, you guys. The Three of Pentacles. Well, the Queen of Pentacles came up 3 times. You have the Queen of Swords. That's another queen. Most of your cards, really, from the major tarot cards are either queens, the Empress, or yeah, like there's just a lot of that, you know? So you're on the right path. You're doing the right things. Keep going. You're doing good. Okay? And you are beautiful. You are so beautiful and enchanting. And people probably feel like you've put a spell on them because you're just that vibrant and magnetic and wonderful. Like, continue to see your power, you guys. Continue to see how powerful you are. You guys have come so far, okay? Now let's look at the additional messages. So we have Star Being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. You guys, you can't make this stuff up. Like I say in every reading, I don't look at the cards unless they flip over, and I didn't see these cards. So I didn't really see any of these cards. Like seeing the Empress twice, I saw this Empress, it flipped over. And I think I saw this Queen of Pentacles, but that's about it. So yeah, you guys, this is some powerful stuff. This is a powerful journey that you guys are on, and you are healing. Like you're healing. It's incredible. And then you have Inner Temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Remember I was saying I was feeling my heart. We have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Like, yeah, like that's why you guys are crying so much too. You're crying a lot, and you have to cry, you guys. It is a big release. The thing that I like about this Ten of Swords that most Ten of Swords don't have is usually the swords are in somebody's back. This person, the swords are in their front. They can see, so it's easier to pull them out. Yes, it could have been more painful, but it's easier to pull out those swords. And that's what you'll be doing one by one. And that's what you have been doing, right? So you guys have come so far, and you still are. So don't worry about you being emotional. That's part of your journey. It's part of you coming into your greatness. And really, it's not you coming into your greatness as if it didn't exist and now you're making it happen. No, it's you just realizing that you were there the whole time. And then you have 29 with Heka, alchemical force. Yeah, even with alchemy, right? It's all about transformation. And that's what I was saying with the Scorpion. It's like, even here, right? It's a death and a rebirth, end of a cycle, a beginning of a new one. That deep cellular healing is the beginning of a new cycle. It's like a recharge, right? With the Scorpion, it's like, even Scorpio, the zodiac sign, it's a death and a rebirth, right? So our advice cards here, we have distract, abundance, sunflower with assertiveness, rise up, stand stronger and true. Kala lily with rejuvenation, reawaken, and then stand stronger. And then I'm going to take this bottom card too, because I think it's perfect. So we have bird of paradise, self-acceptance. You are so much more. So these two cards are talking about power, right? And even with distract, I feel like the universe is trying to distract you right now from being too much in the sadness. Like, they want you to cry, they want you to let everything out, but they don't want you to fall into the spiral of being sad now. You know, it's like, oh, I'm crying so much now, I'm gonna be really sad. Like, no, we don't want you to be really sad. That's not the goal of this. The goal is to release, but while you're crying, we're gonna give you little things to distract you here and there, just so you realize, like, you're not in that same place that you're crying from, right? The crying is just a release. In fact, I feel like, you guys, if you do have these days where you're just crying so much, it doesn't even feel like a crying where your heart is heavy, you know? Because if it's a heavy heart, that's like you're still in that hurt. I feel like you guys are crying from a place where your chest feels light and freer. You know, that is a true testimony to the fact that it is a release. You guys are releasing. Okay, and I just feel like you're getting distractions, you know, you're being given distractions whenever you get too sad or cry too much. And it's not that the universe doesn't want you to keep crying to release and all that. It's just they don't want you to stay stuck and feel like this is your reality now. This is your existence in sadness, you know, because I feel like everybody, for the most part, that I've encountered, has this connotation with crying as not only a weakness, but also associated with sadness, frustration, and anger, right? People forget that crying is a release. Fluid is being released from your body, just like peeing is a release, just like pooping is a release, right? Releasing toxins, releasing things that no longer serve. Same thing with crying. It's releasing emotion. It's releasing pain, right? So I feel like that is the thing with that. And I also feel as though with rejuvenation and the cellular transformation, right? And the wounds are healed, recharging, and the new beginning here. I just feel, again, like you are really coming into a new beginning. You are emerging, okay? You are shedding the shadows and traumas and hurts of your past, all those layers of heaviness that you had around you as a form of protection. Your light was always bright, but you just had layers around it, like bubble wrap, right? And you guys are removing each layer of bubble wrap, and you're so close to just removing all of the bubble wrap just so you can shine brightly, and that's it. You guys are so close. You're just a couple of layers away compared to like the 80 layers that you started with, you know? So, yes, let's get a final message with the dice. We have, I flipped this. Okay, there you go. We have Ceres, which is so incredible because this is the asteroid associated with healing. It's one of the ones associated with healing and also abundance, right? Because it's associated with Demeter. So there's nurturing. And Demeter is like the Queen of Pentacles. Then you also have Gemini 13, which is death, right? Death and rebirth. We have 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. But it's also a Capricorn. And it's the top of the zodiac, the astrology chart, right? The 10th house is at the top. So I just feel like it's you guys are rising to the top. You guys are coming into your success. You're having this powerful transformative healing that's bringing in abundance. It is a death and a rebirth. So that's why they're saying it's not painless. I mean, it's a lot more painless than what it was before, right? Because you've released a lot of things. But it's not like you're going to be able to just release just by laughing and smiling all the time. The crying is necessary. So don't think, oh, I've been crying too much, or don't hold back your tears. Don't think there's no way I'm not going to cry. I'm in a good mood. Like, no, guys, no denial about it. Just cry. Just let it out. It is a release. Okay. And with the Gemini, this feels like duality, right? Feeling like going into there's the heavier side, and then there's the side that you're moving into, right? Okay, well, that was your reading, group 3. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Did it resonate for you? Is this true? How long have you guys been working on yourselves? And yeah, and if you like this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. And like I mentioned earlier in the intro of the video, I do make custom crystal bracelets, and I do also do private readings. So if you guys are interested in those, you can reach out to me either through my email or the contacts page on my website, which is all listed in the description box. And I do have a couple of other exciting things planned for this channel. So I would appreciate if you guys subscribe to stay tuned for what is to come. All right, group 3, I'm wishing you lots of love and light. Continue to see how incredible and powerful and beautiful and magical and amazing you guys are, okay? Because you guys are coming in full circle. Like, you are coming to this new, incredible, abundant beginning in life, okay? I'm really proud of you. You guys are incredible. Lots of love and light to you, group 3. Bye, guys. Hey, group 4, this is your group if you chose this green tourmaline. Isn't it beautiful? Sorry, I just got a notification. And yeah, let's just get right into your reading, you guys. I just finished shuffling the cards. So you've got this green tourmaline, and on the bottom, ooh, we have Uranus. Lovely. I love this deck. It is just so beautiful. Like, I love the artwork, and I love how matte it is. Okay, let's get right into what it is that you are not seeing. So we have the Sun. We have the 6 of Cups. The Emperor. The King of Pentacles. Interesting. Wow, it's interesting because in the last group, it was all feminine energy, right? There was the Empress, there was all the queens, and you've got, well, not all the queens, but you know, there were queens. And then you have 7 of Wands, and you guys have the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, which in my opinion is the closest thing to getting the Emperor again. Well, this is a different deck, so you could have gotten the Emperor twice, but you know what I mean. Then we have Death, the 2 of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the World, the Page of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and last but not least, we have the Black Egg. Okay, give me just a moment. We do have more cards, you guys, but we'll start with these. What is group 4 not seeing? Okay. Sorry, guys, I just need one more moment. Okay. I feel like you guys need to take a break. Like, you guys need to calm down, let go, release. You are not the only one doing what it is that you're doing. You're not the only one making sure that it is effective. I feel like you guys are trying to create something or make something happen. And it's great, but you're trying so hard and you need a break. And I don't know if you guys feel that if you take a break, that you're gonna stop progressing or it's gonna ruin everything. But like, no, the break is actually gonna help you, okay? You need the break. It seems like, oh, I have to take time off of work. That means less money. That means this. That means that. I'm working on this project. If I take a break, I may lose clientele. I may lose the people who are observing it or the flow that I started. And I feel like if you lose anybody, it's, or if you lose anything, it's things that weren't meant for you. You need this break. You taking a break will actually give you so much more other than like peace of mind and clarity and relaxation, which you're long overdue for. It will also bring in more success in whatever it is that you've been working towards. Just because that's how energy works, you know, if you're burnt out, yeah, you're still going to be having some kind of progress, but it's not going to be the same kind of progress as if you are energized, you know, you're going to be able to be having more success that way. I also feel like you guys are getting a lot of support from a male figure or somebody with a masculine energy. It kind of feels like some of you guys could have a father figure. Doesn't have to be your actual father, but it feels like a father figure that is rooting for you. They're rooting for your success. And I feel like your guides are saying you can lean back and lean on us. You don't have to be the only one pushing forward. You're not Atlas, you know, you're not carrying the world on your shoulders. You have a support system. Everything doesn't fall onto you. I think that's something that you guys are getting better at seeing, but you still need to grasp it a little bit more. Like, you don't have to carry things. That's what trolleys are for. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's about innovation, right? Because even Uranus, that's what Uranus is about too. It's innovation. It's creative ideas. It's finding a new solution, right? So I feel like that's something that you guys are currently experiencing, where you are giving a lot of your time or your energy either to this thing or to other people around you. Like, you try to take on too much at once, you know? And it doesn't have to be everything all at once. That's too overwhelming. That becomes burdensome. Then you feel like you really are the only one doing everything. You guys aren't alone. I feel like group 1 had a similar message too. But yeah, you guys are you're supported, you know? You don't have to handle everything alone, and you guys need a break. You need to relax. And even if some of you were like, but I was just on a break, you know? It's like, yeah, well, you need another one. Maybe you didn't go for long enough. Maybe the type of break was to fulfill one aspect of what you need, and now you need another break to fulfill the other aspect of what it is that you need for a true relaxation, you know? Maybe one of those breaks was you experiencing cultural things, and then the other break is going to be you relaxing, just doing absolutely nothing in the middle of the woods, and that's it, you know? So I feel like you guys still need to relax. You guys need more time off. And this is going to be creating incredible progress for you guys. So don't worry about losing progress. I feel like you guys are feeling a little stuck and like you don't really have a choice. You have to keep going because you've created a momentum. But honestly, you're going to keep growing. You're going to keep expanding. You have created a momentum, which is what is allowing you to take a break. If you take a break, you're not going to stop the wheel altogether. You have the wheel rolling, you know? So you taking a break may slow it down just a little bit. But then when you come back, you're going to be strong enough to make it go even faster because you can pedal harder. You know what I mean? So it's better to do that than to burn out and then your wheel is just going to stop moving because it's slowed down, right? And then it'll eventually just stop moving. So yeah, you guys need a break. I think you guys are pushing yourselves a little too hard. You guys are so kind. You're so kind-hearted. You have very, you're so dependable too, you know, like people rely on you, people depend on you, and that's what needs to come to a stop. Okay? That needs to pause, because though it's great for people to be able to rely on you and depend on you and to lean on you, this is the thing I was saying, like, you guys need a break. You're not alone. You're not supposed to be handling everything alone. You're not Atlas. And that's why I was saying, remember I mentioned the creative solutions? Like, you don't have to be carrying everything on your shoulders. You can buy a trolley, you know, and put things in the trolley. So now you're just rolling it along with you. So I feel like if there are certain situations that are unavoidable, or certain things that are a priority, or like certain responsibilities that you can't just stop helping someone, for example, right? Then find a solution. Try to come up with a creative solution as to how you can get about getting that stuff done in a more hands-off way, in a little bit more hands-off of a way, you know, to create some kind of an in-between moment for yourself. You know what I mean, guys? Because I feel like you guys just take on a lot, and you put a lot of pressure on yourselves. You have a lot of energy, you know? So because of that, you guys do this. But just because you have a lot of energy and you have the stamina to be doing it and you can charge yourself up, doesn't mean you should push yourself to the limit, you know? Yeah, so I feel like you guys could go for a little bit of a break. Then we have Chamber of the Violet Flame, Karmic Release, Radical Transformation. Wow. We also have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, it's interesting because you have the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, which for me, the King of Pentacles is like a father, you know? And the Emperor has that same vibe, but sometimes the Emperor is like a grandpa too. Then you have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. You also have Selkis with healing and the number 33. And these are your advice cards, which we'll get into after. So the violet flame and the mothering yourself and creating heaven on earth and the healing, even this black egg, to be honest with you, it is associated with the throat chakra, which I never understood. To me, this always made me think of Tantra and more sacral, because there's like no blue, like I never got how this was the throat chakra in this deck, so I kind of interpret it how I feel it. But yeah, and it's the only one of the bunch of the 7 chakras that I don't get, to be honest with you. Everything else makes sense to me, but this one is a little confusing as far as how it applies to the throat chakra. But I feel like for you guys, this is you saying no, and that you have to take care of yourself. And I'm seeing like there's going to be guilt around this, around you taking a pause, around you saying, hey, I can't show up as frequently as I did, you know? And people are going to be upset because I think they expect it. Not everyone. Some people are going to be understanding, but I do think that you're going to get a lot of people who are so used to you being there and doing things for them and helping them that they're going to be like, whoa, it's like this person, group 4, completely abandoned us, you know? But it's time for a change, you guys. Well, sorry, I heard a noise. But it's time for a change, you guys, you know? Like, this is something that needs to happen. How are you supposed to do any work on yourself or really get to the place that you want to be when you're constantly stopping to help everybody else? You know? And that's why with this whole, like, how can you mother yourself? I'm getting, it's like, now you have to turn the attention to you. If you were a parent and you saw your child burning themselves out or like using all of their energy for everybody else, wouldn't you be like, hey, kiddo, take a break, refocus on you, right? You need a break, you need some sleep. Otherwise, you're going to be so tired, you're not going to be able to do your homework, you're not going to be able to do this. You would also say, it's not your responsibility to carry all of this stuff. let me help you, right? Because who wants to see their child carry the burden of everybody? So I feel like that is the kind of transformation you guys are going through. And you guys are expanding your consciousness, you know, you guys are growing. So I feel like the thing that you're not seeing is you need a break, and you need to start lightening your load, because as you go through this transition and this healing that's coming for you, you're not going to be able to carry everybody's burdens and stuff that they're going through. You're just not going to be able to do it, because you're going to be already a little bit depleted in energy, and you're going to already be more sensitive, right? Because healing means that there's a release that's happening. So you're going to be more sensitive. And I just feel like that is something for you guys to be more mindful of, okay? Because you're not going to be able to do it all, do everything that you need for you, while at the same time as helping everyone and doing everything that you've done before. Okay, that needs a pause. And then with advice, we have overcome, convey. Yeah, I feel like this is, you're going to have to talk with these people that you've been helping or that you've been doing things for, even if it's like a boss or whatever. If you're having too much responsibility or too much of a workload at work, you need to say something. Be like, hey, look, I always put in my best effort. I try my hardest. Right now I'm having a bit of a hard time. Please, I need a break. Like, either I need a vacation, or I need you to lighten my load. I need to be able to, can we designate some of this to somebody else? Because right now this is just too hectic for me. I want to be able to keep putting out my best effort and putting out what this company deserves or whatever, right? But in order to do that, I need to be less spread out. Like, you guys need to, interesting with convey. And I was saying, like, normally I take this as tantric, but I didn't. This time I was talking about how it's the throat chakra. So I feel like you guys need to communicate this to the people that, it's like, you've got to get yourself out of this trap, right? You guys hung yourself up for other people to be like, oh my gosh, group 4, can you help me with the yada, yada, yada? Oh my gosh, group 4, I need this. Oh my gosh, group 4, this and this and this. Group 4, this. And this is you guys. You guys are trying to grow, right? But you can't, because you hung yourself on a sword for other swords to come and constantly pester you. So how are you supposed to focus on becoming a beautiful butterfly? You know what I mean? And then we have, oh my goodness, whoa, did I not just, okay, you have stock, slow down, the pace must abate before it's too late, yes. You also have I don't know how to say that, fuchsia, I don't know. True feelings, within you is all you need to know. With the true feelings, again, it's like, express yourself, right? Let people know it's hard. I need a break. Realization with Helisonia. The answer is here. Take heed. Yeah, I feel like you guys are like, but how am I going to do that? And it's like, oh, listen, I just gave you some advice, And then you have cyclamen. Wow, okay, you guys got all the complicated flowers. Resignation. Say goodbye to what you no longer need. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot I just put rice in the rice cooker because I started using that recently. And now it smells like food, and it smells incredible. So... That being said, I feel like in quite a few cultures, rice is considered like the main, meal. It's nourishment. A grain of rice is life, So again, it just feels like confirmation. Like, you guys need nourishment. Instead of prioritizing doing everything for everybody else, there's expectations of me, there's this. And some of you guys know you need to lighten the load, and you're not sure how to do it. And the truth is, you just communicate. You just say it. Just think about how you may say it. And if you can't think of anything, just go for it anyway. Say it anyway. Get it out there. You guys have to express how you're feeling. You have to take a break. right? You've got to come to terms with it. And honestly, if there are people in your life or things in your life that are taking up way too much energy, so willingly too, like you help, you put in energy, and then they're like, yes, more, give me more, and they're not giving you anything in return, then maybe it's time to walk away from that too. You know, because you guys deserve more. I think this is the part of the transition that you guys are going through, is realizing that the places that only take and don't give are no longer for you. And same goes for people. But first, you guys have got to do that for yourself, right? Once you really start doing that for yourselves, where you give to yourself and all of that stuff, you're going to realize, you're going to see it even clearly, like who is not, you know, because I feel like there could be a couple of false people around you. And then we have the 9, 7, Scorpio, and the Sun. You have the Sun twice. Okay. With Scorpio, oh my, why am I saying it like that? With Scorpio. But yeah, with Scorpio, with the Sun, and with 7th house, right? Because for me, oh, you know what? Actually, this is the tarot die. So this is the Chariot, which is all about moving, right? The 9th house, that's Sagittarius, expansion, mindset. That's also expanding your mindset. It's higher knowledge. With the Sun, shining a light on things that need to be seen clearly, because all of this is on top of the Death card, right? And then we have Scorpio, putting an end to things that no longer serve you. It's death and rebirth. This is, Scorpio is Pluto ruled, right? It's deep thought. It's deep analysis. It's not sugarcoating anything. It's just getting down to the nitty gritty and yeah, having those realizations and then cutting out the things that no longer serve you. So I feel like for you guys, the thing that you're not seeing is like you're being too loose with yourself, too giving of yourself. Y'all need a break. You need to take some time. You need to come up with solutions for the things that take up too much of your energy to make them a little bit more automated, if you can. Or maybe it's about you really teaching someone how to do something so that they stop coming to you and they do it on their own, you know, because you guys need a solution to this. Doing it this way is not going to work, especially since you guys are coming into this big phase of healing soon. You guys are coming into this new stage in your life, which is mainly focused on healing, and it's going to be really hard for you guys, and releasing, right? So it's going to be hard for you guys to be focusing on yourselves when you've created this habit where you allow yourself to go to other people, focus on them, focus on other things, focus on things that have to get done. Sometimes you have to put a pause on the things that have to get done, you know, guys, and just focus on you and what it is that you need right now. Okay. All right, group 4, that was your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, I would appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments as well. Do you find yourself being a little bit more, I wouldn't say people pleasing, because it doesn't seem like you're doing this to please people. I feel like you guys are doing this because you care, you know, and somebody needs help and you're like, oh, I'll help you, you know. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. When are you taking your break? When are you going on vacation? When are you going on a retreat? When are you saying no? When are you taking your break? Okay, guys. Also, I've got a lot of fun stuff planned for this channel, so I would appreciate if you guys subscribe to stay tuned to that. And I do offer private readings as well as, like I mentioned earlier, the custom crystal bracelets. And to find out or inquire about those things, you can reach out to me either through the contacts page on my website or through my email, which are both listed down below in the description. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm wishing you lots of love and light. Bye, group 4.